Good day everyone and welcome to another epic episode. Welcome to News Aluchi, whereby we discuss here the real national dialogue by Lieutenant General Dlhla Mkhwanazi. And I just so feel that the national dialogue of President Cyril Ramaphosa has been on stop, or it has been paused or something like that, but it's not happening. That 700 and something million is not continuing because there's a real now national dialogue on the table. You know what? I was just telling my friend that there at the Madala Commission, I feel as if Lieutenant General Dlhla Mkhwanazi just gave us the highlights of the day. But there at the Ad Hoc Committee in Parliament, he's just dropping bomb after bomb. The man is delivering insightful. Who would have ever thought that the former president Thabo Mbeki will be implicated in the destroying of the police force in the country? Former President Thabo Mbeki, his factionalism, his battle with Jacob Zuma affected the police. Mkhwanazi says that it affected the PSS, which is the police that has to do with the security of the president. And now the former president Thabo Mbeki used police to just protect him. And in this now Ad Hoc Committee, it was exposed to say that former President Thabo Mbeki is the one who was behind some two things that are very important I want us to talk about. And I will just go to the list of what was the president all about? What was his mission? Because this just says a lot to us as a country, especially about the rumors and the haysays that we had people saying that President Thabo Mbeki wanted to have the third term. He wanted to win Polokwane, he wanted to be there, he wanted to be part of that. But we know that Julius Malema just disturbed that plan by influencing the ANC altogether with Jacob Zuma to fire the men right before 2007. That is the first thing that he wanted. The second thing that he wanted is that when he saw that he lost now the opportunity of getting that third term of being the ANC president and the country's president, he now formed COPE. You remember COPE that had Terrell Kota as its president? It was now alleged, the rumor had it, that it was formed by former President Thabo Mbeki.
Thabo Mbeki didn't finish his term. After Polokwane, wahamba ama-comrade aqumba uforma iCOPE, iphelile la COPE. Hayi angayizama uTerra, no, hayi khona imkile, iphelile tu. Now, injani into ezifonyishwa ngoqumba uyabona? Yaphela tu xwaba bayiCOPE. And then uMbeki wahamba bekusithiwa iDalai Lama yala COPE.
And what Lieutenant General Dlhla Mkhwanazi has said will shock you when it comes to the discovery that indeed that was the truth. Because as now the police were under now the factional battles of the next leader of the AC, it showed that the key deployment or comradeship now was the focus point now in terms of dividing the policing, according to what Lieutenant General Dlhla Mkhwanazi had said. And it was so amazing to see that the 2007 Polokwane conference, where Jacob Zuma won the presidency, there was a lot of disappointment to an extent that Lieutenant Mkhwanazi said that the police were there with alcohol so that they will celebrate the victory of their own person. We know that at the time it was former President Thabo Mbeki and former President Kgalema Motlanthe. And unfortunately, things did not go as planned. The faction of Jacob Zuma won the presidency, and these people were now so disappointed. And then COPE was born. It came to the picture, and Lieutenant General Dlhla Mkhwanazi said that now the police recruited based on the people who will be joining COPE, the political party. That is why I said that as now former President Thabo Mbeki tried now to sway the influence of the police to work in his favor, but things didn't go according to what he wanted. But when they saw that now they were out from the structures and in the control of the ANC, now COPE was the target as a medium of a political party that continued the fight of former President Thabo Mbeki. Is this mates now coming together? Yeah, easy. I'm so glad that all this happened while the former President Thabo Mbeki was still alive, because the men, there are people who thought that former President Thabo Mbeki was just a holy president who had no scandals, no dilemma, just pointing out to corruption when it comes to Jacob Zuma, but he himself was a clean man. Not until you hear what Lieutenant General Tata Mokgwana has said. Former President Thabo Mbeki's corruption exposed. Thabo Mbeki used police to score personal support and protection from the police unit, the entire system.
Those deployed cadres that came into SAPS who had no career in the police. Some claim to fame, they are from exile, they were underground, they were this, they were that. Do you think they helped to improve the policing in this country, or they deteriorated to where we find it today?
Yeah, I think the latter part is more appropriate. I think with this amalgamation and the presence of people who did not grow up in the police, the first thing that I think created a problem was to undermine the discipline culture of the police. That we don't use that culture. The word comrade was introduced at the time. With the police officers, a constable started calling it a captain comrade, which was foreign to the police. So the moment they started addressing each other like that, it just made the situation worse. The situation became worse after the ANC Polokwane conference in 2007. Because while you were there in a conference, when the former deputy president, who became a president later, was fired, that's where we started seeing the real division. Because he gets fired, and the police that's supposed to protect him, the former deputy president at the time, started not getting favors or support from their commanders in Pretoria. And the former president will travel with his members in an armored vehicle where the windows don't open in the 35 degrees heat, and the aircon won't be working. And they will be traveling land and bread of KZN, and they'll be calling their commanders for a better vehicle, and they will be told that man is not a president, so he must drive in that heat. So the members started experiencing that. So the members within that space started getting conditioned into politics themselves, because then they favor this one who's now not treated bad. Fast forward to that, we then have a conference in Polokwane, the police management goes there, but they don't go there to police the African National Congress conference. They are going there to erect their own marquee tent on the side with alcohol and everything else to celebrate the victory that was coming. And the unfortunate part happened is that the deputy president was fired, won that election in Polokwane. And the return of the leadership back to Pretoria changed everything in the police, because we started getting a recruitment to join political parties within the police premises in Pretoria, within the protection services in the main. The division of the police got affected the most is the PSS that protects the VIPs. The members were recruited to join COPE as a political party by police generals in the police premises. So that was just the beginning of the downfall of what followed thereafter. So you then start hearing senior officers in the police started calling comrades, comrade, and it became the terminology used throughout.
As we know, the famous Kenya deployment of the ANC, it is alleged that these comrades infiltrated the highest positions in the police force, as some claimed that they are from exile. They were around, even saying that they were trained in some foreign lands. Julius Malema asked a very important question about the state of the police, or the police unit, if we may put it like that. He asked General Dladla Mkhwanazi, of saying, do you see this improving the police department in this country, or it just deteriorated it further down? The cadre deployment, right? Those who said that they claim to say that they went in exile to fight for this country, and while coming back felt as if now the country owes them to give them top positions to run the government affairs. These are some of the things that Lieutenant General Dladla Mkhwanazi has said. Number one, President Zuma's security was sabotaged after Mbeki fired him. Number two, he was given dysfunctional vehicles deliberately. Number three, police erected tents to celebrate Mbeki's victory in Polokwane with alcohol. Number four, police officers were recruited to join COPE after Zuma won Polokwane conference. Shock. That is shocking. The discipline culture of the police, said Mkhwanazi, was the first to be attacked. The word comrade was introduced. The police constables started to call each other comrades, even the captain comrades. That made the situation to worsen. And who allowed that? The former president, Thabo Mbeki. So the question stands, does the Madlala Commission or the Haddock Committee of Parliament need to assemble the former president, Thabo Mbeki, because now the man is implicated? He was the deputy president of South Africa from 1999 to 2005 under President Thabo Mbeki, Nelson Mandela's successor. Mbeki dismissed Zuma on 14 June 2005 after Zuma's financial advisor, Schabir Shaik, was convicted of making corrupt payments to Zuma in connection with the arms deal. So when former President Thabo Mbeki fired Jacob Zuma in 2005, then that is when now the real damage was done to the police unit. The police were supposed to protect him. Jacob Zuma said Lieutenant General Dladla Mkhwanazi. At the time, he was a deputy president of the country. Started not getting support from their commanders in Pretoria because there was now this factionalism, right? So there was this huge division that was happening within the ANC and within the police unit. So what was happening politically has affected now the Department of Police holistically. The PSS was the most affected. Members were told to join COPE by police generals. COPE, the political parties, the members were told to join the ranks of COPE. Now, COPE, a political party used by former President Thabo Mbeki as his factional battle to deal with the likes of Jacob Zuma and his people and his factionalism in the ANC. So the police department, the police force was used for personal battles used by politicians. Can you believe this? Former President Thabo Mbeki directly so is implicated. This is just shocking. It's shocking. This is the greatest state capture. You see, when these things started, they started long ago. The real state capture, not done by just one family. Holistically, even now, criminals, people, politicians, corrupt politicians are doing the similar things. South Africa, things are just happening. A lot has been disclosed there. We'll be just picking some few points there and there of what Lieutenant General Dladla Mkhwanazi has said about what was happening. Just imagine, dating back to 2005, dating back to 2011, even back, because this rot, the outcome of this rot started long ago, and a lot of people still will be implicated. Still super powerful politicians will be implicated. The ministers will be implicated. Some of the commissioners, generals, people who were working in the police force, as long as you know that you were once involved with corruption. Lieutenant General Dladla Mkhwanazi is not playing with anyone. He's not buying anyone's face. He said that even if he is found in the wrong, he will arrest him. That is the type of leaders we need in this country. Please don't forget that you can leave a comment on the section below about this subject matter, and please don't forget you can support us by pressing the subscribe button. Just imagine we are close to reaching 10k subscribers. Let us reach there together, so that we'll celebrate together. Let us meet on the next video. Me, myself, and I'm out.